Hello everyone, myself Ashish Umarkar, lecturer in Department of Mechanical Engineering, NIT Polytechnic Nagpur. Today's our topic is Introduction to Direct Liquid Fuel Cell. After watching this video, you are able to understand what is direct liquid fuel cell. You can differentiate different types of fuel cells. You are able to identify the parts of fuel cell and understand the construction and working of fuel cell. Today, every country is working to enhance their energy generating capacity. For that, they need more sustainable fuel to reach increasing demands. As the traditional fuel is having very deep impact on environment, so International Energy Agency defines energy security as the uninterrupted availability of energy sources at an affordable price. So every country is trying to be energy secure. India is generating its energy, most of the energy from coal. Again, the traditional fuels used is diesel and nuclear. But the problem with this and problem is this, as it is having a deep impact on environment. We are also developing some of our energy from renewable energy sources, but the renewable energy sources is having some limitations like wind power. In wind power, the windmills are needed to establish near seashore or hilly region. The power station solar power station are needed to be established in sunny region, and the solar energy is not available in night time. So likewise, the renewable energy sources is having some limitations. To overcome these limitations, we are focusing on liquid fuel cells. See, what is direct liquid fuel cell? It is a device that converts chemical energy stored in the fuel directly into electrical energy. Here, the figure shows the left side is anode side, where the left side is anode side. Figure shows a direct liquid fuel cell, as at left side the liquid fuel cell is introduced to the anode, where the liquid fuel is split into positive and negative ions. Negative ions passes through the electric circuit and positive ion passes through the proton exchange membrane. Both ions collected at cathode, where it meet with oxidant and get converted into water and forwarded to the environment. So this figure is a self-explanatory, and these are the various elements of direct liquid fuel cell. We have already seen what is direct liquid fuel cell, why it is called as fuel cell. As we are supplying fuel to the gasoline engine, so we are using a liquid fuel, and cell, as like a battery, we are charging it, so that is why it is also called as a cell. So it is just like a battery, we can refill with fuel, and that is why it's called as fuel cell. There are different types of fuel cells: active direct liquid fuel cell and passive direct liquid fuel cell. The active direct liquid fuel cell uses some supplementary devices like pump, fan, blowers to operate its various functions. The passive DLFC does not use any of supplementary devices. They depends on natural phenomena like diffusion, natural convection, gravitation, and capillary action. The various active DLFCs are categorized on the basis of the fuel used. If we use methanol, so its name will be direct methanol fuel cell, and for ethanol, direct ethanol fuel cell, and likewise others. There are a lot of data is available on research data available for active DLFCs, and lot more to come on right side of the table, that is passive DLFC. Methanol is studied for passive DLFC also. There are other types of fuel cell on the basis of the membrane used, like alkaline fuel cells, proton exchange membrane fuel cell, phosphoric acid fuel cell, molten carbonate fuel cell, solid oxide fuel cells, among which alkaline fuel cell is having maximum energy, which is about 60%, and compared to others, the polymer exchange membrane is having about 58%, but the polymer exchange membrane fuel cell is more popular because of its easy start and stop character and the temperature range. There are some companies which have already launched their devices working on proton exchange membrane fuel cell. Here is a comparison of fuel cell efficiencies with available energy generators like electric battery, where it is having 26% of efficiency. Gasoline engine is having very less, 20% of efficiency, as compared to fuel cell, which is having about 24 to 32% efficiency. And this is not the highest efficiency it gained. It can be enhanced by more research in this field. There are different applications of fuel cell, like cell phones, laptops, computers, and even automobile. And the important application of fuel cell, as in existing system, energy generated at thermal power plant and is distributed to different cities by a grid. This grid can be decentralized by using direct liquid fuel cells, and we can able to distribute energy at the most remote places on earth. This is a literature review. I have collected some important points from different papers available on net. The first is on direct liquid fuel cell. There is a lot of data available on direct liquid fuel cell, among which some important points are that alkaline is the most efficient, and followed by the polymer electron membrane and molten carbonate in terms of power efficiency. But as we already discussed, that polymer electrolyte membrane are more popular because of its easy start and stop character. Then the most developed type of DLFC is direct methanol fuel cell, followed by direct ethanol fuel cell. So different researchers have already worked on methanol. The important point with direct methanol fuel cell is that the direct methanol fuel cell can be cheaper as compared to lithium ion battery if we use it for 4 years. Again, direct ethanol fuel cell are again an important because of its low working temperature, non-corrosiveness, and functional flexibility in any orientation. A lot of research is needed for the other types of fuel where we can use this. As we all know, hydrogen is the fuel for future, but the problem with hydrogen is that it is very difficult to store and transport. So the liquid fuel cell is a solution for using hydrogen, as we are using hydrogen rich fuel in the existing system of gasoline. DLFC is a new renewable source and also seems to have bright potential application for home gadgets, medical equipments, automobile, food industry and telecommunication industry. It is a promising power source for portable application. Extend, Extended work in fuel cell is again helpful for future researchers to uncover the new possibilities and endeavor for clean and sustainable energy source. These are some references where I collected this data. Thank you. For any questions, please call me.